the photograph, just like the grandmother of the portrait of a lady, we are going to see another lady. That was grandmother and this is mother. Their grandson was drawing the portrait of a grandmother. Here a daughter is referring her mother. There the grandmother was the same for 25 years. She was beautiful. Even people say she had a husband. Isn't it? Very important sentence. People say she had a husband and she had sons and grandsons. Still, she was beautiful. She was pretty. She was young. That was the portrait of that lady, the grandmother. That you keep in mind. Now we are going to see another lady who is my mother. How is my mother? Then you compare both. You compare both. Clear now? In this way you have to learn literature. Don't simply read the poem and understand, yes, question answer. Isn't it? You have learned like that. You read the poem, summary is told, write questions, write answers. You study it, lesson is over. Here writing is very less. Here you have to write with your brain. Here with the literature you have to cut the soil of your brain. You have to plough your brain. It will be opened. It will be cut. Have you seen ploughing the land? Fields? Ploughing the field, have you seen? When the plough will goes to the soil will be opened. And it will be taken out. A ditch is made. The soil from the bottom will come up. Have you seen Kapakuli? Alanshibu? Kolli Kapakuli? What they do? They will make deep ditches. The soil will be taken out. Then kappa will be kept there. Then they will keep the soil. This is the way. We have to plough. We have to break. We have to take out the brain, shuffle it, scuffle it, shuffle, scuffle, then assemble. You see? In certain animated pictures you will see, isn't it? Breaking, and automatically it will come into the pot. So you have to throw out your brain into pieces. Slowly it will come and assemble in the proper way. If you do like that, you will be able to understand literature. How many years you are learning, Sanjana? Each and every action has an equal and opposite reaction. My dear Einsteins, what is the meaning? How many years you are studying? 2 into 2 is equal to 4. How many mistakes still you are making in multiplication? If I ask you what is 16 into 16, Sahidya? 16 16s are? Some are doing the work. 16 16s are? Pranav? 256. 16 16s are 256. Alanshibu, what is 12 12s? 144. Anish, 1 into 1, bigger one, isn't it? Bada one. You should have the ability to make the researches. The literature will become a flower. It will blossom. You will see the meaning that are lying behind. That is what is called literature. Okay, let us go to the mother. The cardboard shows me. What is cardboard? Photo frame. Photo frame. That is cardboard. Formerly, the photo was framed with a wooden frame, and the glass would be kept, then photo will be kept, and behind there would be a cardboard will be kept. Cardboard. Now it is different. That is why it is told cardboard. The cardboard shows me, the photo frame shows me how it was. When the two girl cousins went paddling, walking. Paddling is a kind of slow walk. Went paddling, walking, they were walking. So the picture shows two girl cousins were walking. Each one holding of my mother's hands. So my mother is standing in the middle. Right side one girl cousin, left side one girl cousin. They were holding each hand of my mother. So three are walking, three are paddling. So who is in the middle? My mother. Clear now? My mother is in the middle. On right and left, two cousins. Each one holding one of my mother's hands. And she, the big girl. Who is she? My mother. She, right there. The she is my mother. She is the eldest one. She is the big girl. She is the eldest one. What about her age? Some around 12 years old. Younger than you. So my mother was 12 years old. Underline 12 years old. Very important. She was walking in the middle and two girl cousins holding her hand. They were younger than my mother. Maybe 10 and 9, maybe. And she, the big girl, some 12 years or so, all three stood still. While paddling, they were walking on the beach. They were walking along the beach. While walking, they stood still. Stop. To smile. Smile. When shall say somebody say to you, smile, click, click. Smile please. 1, 2, 3. Smile please. Click. Clear now. All three stood still to smile. Through their hair. Because little children, blondie hair, here and there. It was in the beach. Wind is there, hair is gone here and there, so they were looking through the hair at the uncle with the camera. Their uncle was taking a photo. For this, they made a pose. A sweet face, pretty grandmother. A sweet face, my mother's. In the middle, my mother was there. Her face was sweet, cute, beautiful. That was before I was born. Clear now? Now, how is my mother? Not cute. Physically not cute. Physically not beautiful. She lost her beauty after my birth. When she became a mother, she lost the beauty. In the last class, I told you. It is a common phenomenon. It is a common phenomenon that the lady loses her beauty after the birth, after giving birth to a child. So my dear young girls here, take 100 photos and keep it there. Once upon a time, you can tell your children, once upon a time I was very cute. So you just tell mommy to get some photos and keep it there safe. Here the poet says, Shirley Townsend says, after giving the birth to a child, ladies, beauty will be lost. My mother's face was cute when before my birth. That was before I was born. Understand? So the beauty of the mother is changed, but the beauty of the grandmother was unchanging. People say she had a husband. People say she had children. People say she had grandchildren. But my grandmother was young and pretty. Marriage, motherhood could not decrease, spoil her beauty. That was my grandmother. Here, the mother lost her beauty after giving birth to you. Clear now? Sometimes your mother might have told you, before my marriage, I was a pretty young girl in the village. Beauty spots. Before marriage, now everything is lost. Only skin and bone is there left. Who is the reason? You are the cause. You are the cause. The point says, after your birth, mother has lost her beauty. You have to retain her beauty. Now, it is your responsibility. When you make the beauty of the grandmother was happiness. Reason of her beauty is happiness. If you make your mother happy, she will get her beauty back. It is your responsibility. Don't give talavedana to your mother. Clear now? Okay. My mother's, a sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born. And the sea, which appears to have changed less. The sea for the past years seems to be without change. There is no change in the sea. Nature doesn't change us, but my mother is changed. Clear now? And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their feet, washed terribly their transient feet. What is transient feet? Moving feet. Moving, changing feet. They were walking. They were paddling. They were walking. So the feet was moving. So on the moving feet, water was coming and touching, washing their feet. Clear now? The unchanging sea sends her waves, sends her water to wash the feet of these three fellows. You see? And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their transient feet terribly. Clear now? You read like that. Washed terribly their transient feet. Their moving feet, changing feet. Changing feet. Mother is changing. Their feet is, the body is changing every minute, but the sea is not changing. When I say transient feet, moving feet, it symbolizes the change of their whole body. Some 20, 30 years later, some 20 or 30 years later, my mother would laugh at the snapshot. After 30 years, if my mother looks at the photograph and she laughs, ha ha, what is this? Yenda pavada, yo. See my pavada, you see, I feel ashamed. Looking at the photograph, the mother laughs at the snapshot of the photograph. Then she says, see Betty and Dolly, see, Betty, Dolly, see. How is it? You just ask your parents to show your 3 months, 2 months or 4 months photograph. Full kajal, here a kajal, black spots. You see your column, you see that, and you look at now. These are the things. If you have a photograph there, you look at that photograph. How is it? And you look at the mirror now. Just to have what are the changes. Then you would say, Amma, what did you do at that time? No trousers, no kachi, no baniyan, nothing is. What did you do at that time? Pranav? Without baniyan, without trousers, without nothing. You are simply walking. Now you say, Mommy, what kind of photo you have kept it? Remove it. In this way, now mother would look at the photograph and say, Betty, Dolly, see? And look how they dressed us for the beach. At that time, how did they dress at the beach? Suppose if you take the photographs of your parents or grandparents of childhood, a video, I would say the change. They might have a running nose. So Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra may be coming out of the nose, isn't it? Sindhu, Ganga, Brahmaputra will be coming in yellow color, in maybe in white color. If little water is coming from your nose, what mommy would do? Whole the nose will be taken, isn't it? At that time, what the children would lengthen their tongue and they would take it out. If you see that video, what would you say? Hi, what kind of children they are? Ice. Their handkerchief is their tongue. Suppose if their trousers do not have a buckle or button is lost, what will you do? You will throw it into the dustbin. Mommy, zip is lost, button is lost, hook is lost. At that time, people, what they would do? They will pull it and they will keep it there. You see here, after 30 years, mother says, see Betty, Dolly, how our mother packed us to see beach. The sea holiday was her past, underline. The sea holiday, the weekend trip was her past. That means my mother and those cousins enjoyed their weekend at the beach. Their enjoyment was the beach. Their enjoyment was the sea. Mine is her laughter. But her laugh, her smile in the photo cherishes me. I enjoy how do my mother laugh. Look at the face. How beautiful her smile is. For her, the cherishing experience is the beach. For me, the cherishing experience is the memories of my mother. You see, the sea holiday was her past. Mine is her laughter. Both with the labored ease of loss. Both are lost. Both are lost. Both are turned away with the labored ease of loss. My mother lost the happiness of the beach, and I lost the laughter of my mother. My mother is lost. With the death of my mother, I also lost that smile. Now she has been dead. Once upon a time, her smile cherished me. Her smile gave me strength. Her smile gave me joy. Now she is lost. She is dead. And my happiness is lost. Nearly as many years as that girl lived. In the photo, when the photo was taken, at that time she lived for 12 years. Clear now? This is the meaning. When the photo was taken, she was of 12 years. Now that much time is over after her death. So 12 years are over. Clear now? That's the meaning. That's the meaning. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. And of these circumstances, there is nothing to say at all. At this moment, at this juncture, at this moment, I have nothing to say. The silence silences. What is the silence? First silence. Photograph. Photograph is silent. That doesn't speak. That silences my thoughts. That gives me sorrowful memories about the death of my mother. The silence silences my heart and mind. When I remember about my mother, I become silent. I become silent. This is the memories of a daughter about her mother looking at the photograph. Here, the poet brings a lady with changes. She was cute, she was smart, she was joyful at her early age. After the marriage, she has lost her beauty and she lost her life. And the daughter keeps the sorrowful memories of losing memories about her mother. You see the line of thought? Here, the daughter remembers sorrowfully the mother. But in the first lesson, the grandson remembers his grandmother with great pride, with a positive energy. Clear now? This is the two diversion of a same thought. One is positive, one is negative. But thematically, the theme is same. The existence and life of a human being, a lady. The two sides of a lady's life is given a portrait, is drawn as a portrait. Clear now? This is a story. So you can write the appreciation of the poem. Question you write. Last sentence you write. It silences. Its silence silences. Its silence silences. Elucidate the meaning. Elucidate. E-L-U-C-I-D-A-T. E. Elucidate the meaning based on the poem, the photograph. Elucidate the meaning based on the poem, the photograph. Question is like that, but you have to write the appreciation summary. Yesterday I told you how to write the paragraph. Did I tell? Didn't I? Yes or no?
The long answer.
Long answer. This is the way. In the same way, you have to write it. The long answer, you have to, all the long answers carry 6 marks or 5 marks. All will be written in the same pattern. Thereafter, I will tell you how to write the 2 marks answers. One after another, I will tell you. You see, we in all the exams for you, there are 1 marks, 2 marks, 3 marks, 5 marks. These are the structure. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1 mark is known as very brief. Sorry, it is known as objective type questions. OTQ. 1 mark is known as OTQ. Then 2 marks known as very short answer. 2 marks known as very short answer. 3 marks known as short answers. 5 marks known as long answers. You see, in other words, 2 marks question contains 30 to 40 words. 3 marks contains 40 to 50 words. 5 marks contains 120 to 150 words. This is a structure in every examination, in every subject. 2 marks means 30 to 40 words in +1. In 10th it is 20 to 30 words. Clear now? In 10th it is 20 to 30 words. +1, +2 it is 30 to 40 words. 3 marks, 40 to 50. Then next one is 5 marks. 5 or 6 marks, 120 to 150 words. You don't count the words. You don't, I told you last year, isn't it? You don't count the words. Normal writing, a line is equal to 8 to 10 words. When we say 1 line of a paper contains 8, 9, 10, according to the size of the letter. Minimum 8, maximum 10 words. So when I say 20 to 30 words, how many lines you have to write? You divide with 8 or 10. That means 2 or 3 lines. Don't count the words. So 2 marks questions you have to write 2 or 3 lines maximum. So 3 marks, how much you have to write? 40 to 50. 4, 5, 6 lines. Either 4 or 5 or 6 lines. 120 to 150 lines. You have to write up to 15, 16 lines. More than half of the page. That's the thing. 1 page is of 28 lines. So 5 marks question, you have to write 3/4 of the page. But with your heading and quotation, that will become 1 side of the answer sheet. That means 5 marks question, you will make it 1 side of the sheet, but your answer will be 3/4. That is a technique yesterday I showed you. How to make your 3/4 answer to make 1 page. This is the structure. Keeping it in your mind, you write the answers. Okay. When I say 2 marks, when I say 3 marks, when I say 5 marks, long answer. You write the answers accordingly. This year we have to learn that slowly, one after another, I will teach you the writing style of examination. That we can score the marks. Okay? I end the meeting. Okay? Thank you.